Introducing Oakley Meta Vanguard, the new performance AI glasses designed for athletes with an action-ready ultra-wide camera, powerful open-ear speakers, and built-in Meta AI that syncs with your Garmin devices for real-time insights while you train. Take your performance to the next level with Oakley Meta Vanguard. Athletic intelligence is here. Learn more on meta.com.
You know how everything's a subscription now? Music, movies, even socks. I swear if I...
To continue this ad, please upgrade to Premium Plus Platinum.
What? No. Anyway, Blue Apron...
This is a pay-per-listen ad. Please confirm your billing.
Oh, that's annoying. At least with the new Blue Apron, there's no subscription needed. Get delicious meals delivered without the weekly plan.
Wait, no subscription?
Keep the flavor. Ditch the subscription. Get 20% off your first 2 orders with code APRON20. Terms and conditions apply. Visit blueapron.com/terms for more.
Good morning, Nick Hart, Bobby T. Tuesday morning, early, crispy morning. Yeah, sorry, I just want to give it, sorry it's early, but Achtung, Millwall, and I just wanted to let you know for tonight's big game, and for me, like, these next 2 big games, if we want to be taken seriously in this championship, 2 robust teams, Stoke and Leicester. Now, if we get 4 points, like a win tonight and a draw on Saturday, I'll take it. But, I mean... this league is no messing about. We've done to a great start. We trust in Alex Neil, what he's done. And these next 2 games are, I'd say, massive in a way, if you want to be taken seriously. I really hope Millwall turn up tonight and the crowd and all that, Nick Hart. Achtung, Millwall. Great podcast. Love you all. See you tonight. No one likes us, and we don't care. Come on.
You're listening to Achtung, Millwall, broadcasting from the beautiful South Birmingham. Accept no substitute.
Well, welcome, dear listeners. Welcome to Achtung Millwall. My name is Nick Hart. As Merv paraphrased in yesterday's Monday with Merv's show, can this Millwall side do it on a Tuesday night versus Stoke? We'll find out tonight. Welcome to the den, dear listeners. You're listening to Achtung Millwall, of course. Your Millwall side tonight, 1 or 2 changes. Crocombe in goal, backline Leonard, Cooper, Kramer, Sturge. Denor comes in, Mazusaku comes in. Billy Mitchell not in the squad tonight. I don't know if that's rest or recuperation or not, whatever. In front of them will be Femi Aziz, Will Smallbone, Turno Ballo, Ivanovic, again the lone man up front. On the bench tonight, Coleman, Taylor, Negley, Doughty, Emaku, Brian Cundall, Bangura Williams returned from the mysterious disappearance, and Wes Harding. Big game tonight, dear listeners. Alex Neil says we're a difficult side to play against, certainly away from home. I would agree with him. That 3-0 victory against West Bromwich Albion a couple of weeks ago certainly, put a few jitters to rest around the den, but we've got to do it again tonight against 3rd placed Stoke City, who come into tonight's game with a track record, play 10, won 5, drawn 3, lost 2, scored 12 and conceded just 6 goals, dear listeners. That's a pretty good not conceding rate, isn't it? Personally, I think there's a real sense of confidence around the den, especially after that fine win at QPR on Saturday. 2-1 win. Some might say we rode our luck a little, but I thought we closed them out for the most part, apart from the opening phase and then a jittery last 10-15 minutes or so once they got that consolation goal. 2 tough games in a few days. Stoke City tonight in their familiar red and white stripes, Lions in dark blue and white as ever. And then again, we're back here again on Saturday versus Leicester City. Can we gain some momentum, dear listeners, going into the dark nights of winter? It's an autumnal night here. Cool. A win tonight would be big. But they do have the best defensive record apparently in the Championship so far. Well, 6 goals they must have. That said, Stoke historically haven't travelled very well down the den, so let's hope history will play some part in proceedings. We're going to miss Billy Mitchell's quarterback passes, aren't we, dear listeners, to borrow American football terminology. Referee delivering a sermon on the mount, that is, and it's taken a long while to do the coin toss. Looks like the teams will line up as per the Archbishop Venerable Bede's instructions of those years back in Anglo-Saxon England, that ye Millwall Rovers shall attack if ye away end in the first half. That's what he wrote in the Anglo-Saxon Chronicle. He did. It's going to be Mill to kick us off. Away we go, dear listeners. Big game. Like I said already, momentum is at stake. If we can get a couple of wins, then we've got another international break looming soon, haven't we? After Oxford away. It gives us real spin going into that. So let's see what we get tonight, dear listeners. Used to manage Stoke City, Alex Neil, didn't he? I wonder if he doesn't strike me as the kind of manager that has grudges. Although I'm sure he'd like to win it, but for different reasons than just getting one over on Stoke. That's my analysis, my psychoanalysis of Alex Neil. What do you think, listeners? That's a miscue. That's going to go for a Millwall throw-in. Halfway inside the Stoke. That's going to be a chance for a Ryan Leonard long throw. Why not? Everyone does long throws now, listeners. It used to be a rarity. It used to be a real standout point of the game. I remember Chelsea's Ian Hutchinson had a long throw back in the early 70s. And then it's gradually become everyone. So in comes this long throw. It's headed around. There's Denor. Flick headers in front of the goal. There's falls to Ballo. Couldn't quite get enough behind it. Goalkeeper batted it round from the left side post. Real chance for Millwall there. Denor put the ball back on target. A bouncing shot. The goalkeeper got to it, but batted it in front of Ballo, who will feel he's probably missed a good chance there. As it is, it's a left-sided corner. First chance from Millwall. What's that? 3 minutes? 4 minutes. Goalkeeper's gone down. Bit early to be time wasting, mate. Smallbone will be taking this corner. I'll have to see that again. That probably looked a good opportunity there for Ballo. He might be disappointed with himself. It's a long ball towards Kramer. Shot in on target. Oh, it's nicely hit again. That was Denor again. He's got his shooting boots on tonight. I think that was Denor. Goalkeeper got down low and had to hold it. Always going to bobble out for a moment. I think I read that 1,000 Stoke fans have come down for this one, which is a fair turnout on a Tuesday night, isn't it, from Stoke? The Potteries, home of Josiah Wedgwood. All you Pottery fans out there. This is Ballo, firing Sturge on the left side. I wonder if we have any Pottery fans listening to Achtung Millwall. Like a bit of porcelain around Bermondsey, don't we? Why not? We're playing a possession-style football. There's a sentence I don't think many of us expected to hear for a long while. A possession-based game, dear listeners. Ball over the top for Ivanovic. That's going to be cut out by the defenders. A clear push on Ivanovic. Referee gives nothing. Mill back in possession though. This is Ballo. What a good player. I was reading about him on the news at Den. Poor pass there from Jake Cooper though. Giving the 29 a chance to bring out for Stoke. Yeah, discovered on the football, the football courts as they call them, these kind of cage venues in Linz in Germany, in Austria. All my Austrian listeners have switched off immediately. Linz in Austria. Spotted by a local team coach for Chemie Linz. And picked up from there. Really good player. Turno Ballo, dear listeners. Really fitted into championship football like a hand in glove. Anyway, before I go all internationalist on you, it's a left-sided corner for Stoke. We're on 8 minutes. And here comes a deep one. Crocombe gets a fist to it. Runs rightwards. I thought he was very effective at QPR on Saturday. Much more than the slightly wayward Bender. This is still in Stoke possession on the right side though. Floated in again. Oh, what a save from close range. That threaded its way through defence and Crocombe had to be really fast and got down low. Good save, Max Crocombe there, dear listeners. 9 minutes. Chance for Stoke. Lovely touch, Turno Ballo on the left side. Got past his man, what can he do? He's got men in the box. 1-0, wow! Brilliant! Left-sided cross headed in with Close. The man himself. 3 goals, 3 games, Femi Aziz. Goal again, Femi. 10 minutes in, beautiful goal. Absolute peach of a goal. I want to watch that again on the screen. Beautiful skill from Ballo to start that move off down the left side. Let's see it again. He clips it past his man who goes to the floor looking for a free kick, which he ain't going to get. Looks up, picks his spot perfectly. I thought we'd overhit it. It misses. Ivanovic headed in a far post beautifully by Femi Aziz. Lovely, lovely, lovely goal, dear listeners. 1-0 Millwall. Femi Aziz indeed. He's doing his DJ bit. When I did my interview with him, one of the great lost interviews, I had problems with my little recorder. I didn't press the right button, basically. I asked him about the whole DJ Femi. I thought, do you do any DJing in your spare time, you know? He said, no, it's all just made up. Sorry if I'm destroying any illusions out there, kids, but he don't do DJing. Maybe he should. I bet he'd be good at it. I don't actually know that bloke's name, but he's drawing the heat. 27. As you'll guess, this is a wide right. They're getting crosses in from the right side. That's gone for some derision into the Coldblow Lane end. 16 minutes. Masusaku draws a free kick. 50-50 ball. He pushed it past his man, drew a free kick. It should be another yellow, in my opinion, but this referee don't seem to want to book you if you're in a red and white striped shirt. Just right of the centre circle. It's going to be Leonardo De Canvi to take it. Right to left. Ball headed down. It falls to Turno Bello. Ah! Slam back from Bello to Tristan Clabber! 2-0 Millwall. Slammed in with a plum. 21 minutes. Lions leading 2-0. That was a beautiful ball back from Bello. I thought he was going to go for the cross across the goal ball. He's pulled it back into the path of Crum, who's slammed into the roof of the net. 2-0 Millwall. Let's see it again. Falls to Bello. Man of the match so far. Pulls it back. I thought he was going to put the ball into the danger zone across the 6-yard box, but he pulls it back for Kramer. Really well struck, really well taken. 2-0 to the Lions. The Lions on fire at the moment, dear listeners. Lovely layoff from Ivanovic, finds Aziz. Finds Bello. Coming down the left, he's been on fire. Another ball into the middle. Ball shot from Ivanovic just wide right. Bello is on fire, dear listeners. Real threat down the left. Wow, halfway through the first half, Lions are justifiably ahead, 2-0, 2 great goals, and looking good for more. Stoke will be stunned as a long ball falls. That should go through to Crocombe. Don't forget that save that Crocombe made earlier on, dear listeners. Kept it at 0-0 at that point, and as a result of that, we're now 2 ahead. So hats off to Max Crocombe again. Played really well. He's played well tonight. What he's had to do, he's done. Lovely passing move. This is Smallbone. This is now just over hit there from Aziz over on the right side. Beautiful cut-out work there by Derek Masusaku. Lions are moving the ball at pace. Smallbone now come down the right side. He's got Ivanovic. He's pulled up. What's happened there? Pulled up. He's gone down. Players continue. That's the booing is for Stoke not putting the ball into touch. Now their has gone down clutching his belly. This has got every potential to turn into a tinderbox here, listeners. Lions fans incensed they didn't put the ball into touch. Smallbone just went down. I don't know what has happened to him. He was looking like he was breaking forward to the right side. If this place needed any geeing up, 2-0 ahead, it's got it now. There'll be some verbals going in from the east stand over that side, I can tell you that much, dear listeners. He's limping off, so that don't look very good, does it? That's after Massimo going off on Saturday. Injuries to Bender and to Coburn. There's the substitution. Luke Cundall comes in. 26 minutes. He was down for a couple of minutes. That'd be added on at the end of the half, I would imagine. A couple of coppers have walked in. What's that all about? Lovely little layoff there by Ivanovic. This is a run forwards. This is Cundall. Ballow's overlapping on the left side. Little ball in. This is Aziz. Fires it across the goal. With the North sniffing at the far post. That was always going to go wide, but great move. 28 minutes, dear listeners. Applause for Will Smallbone, who's limping off very, very slowly. That doesn't look very promising, dear listeners. But applause all around blocks 1, 2 and 3. Stoke put the ball in the touch. 30 minutes, dear listeners. Loss of Will Smallbone is just the only thing that's really taken away what's been an excellent opening half an hour for Millwall in this high-profile game versus third place Stoke City, a team that only conceded 6 goals, but they've conceded a third more tonight. Lions leading it 2-0, of course, and playing some really fast, attractive, fast-moving football. It's great to see. Ball on the right side, fallen to Stokes. The ball across the face of the goal. There's no one in there. Millwall couldn't get it clear from the corner flag there. It fell to their Japanese, I think he is, or Korean. I don't know which. Apologies to him, but their player, and he's put it across the 6-yard box there. Would have been a chance if they had a foot forward there. Woulda, coulda, shoulda. My auntie had balls. She would be my uncle. 33 minutes. Slight lull inside the den after that blistering start, really. Femi Aziz. And then a beautiful finish from Tristan Kramer. Ball breaks. Turno Ballo done really well in this half. He lays it off to Derek Mazou on the halfway line. 40 minutes. Mill draw free kick. Been a pretty good half for us to be 2-0 ahead. We established a 2-0 lead, of course, at QPR Saturday and managed to create some jitters at the end. Let's hope we don't have to do that tonight. But 5 minutes before half-time, I think a lot of us would have, to be in the lead would have been enough. But a 2-goal lead would be not exactly beyond our wildest dreams, but it would have been on the hopeful side of your risk equation. Lovely ball control there by Femi Aziz. He's got Sturge and Ballo combining really nicely on this left side. Kundle's inside. This is Derek Mazou Sakho. Ball in. It's a double 1-2 with Sakho into the box. It goes down. I don't think the referee's ever going to give any decision there. Lions do press well. He's back to Ballo though, just on the left side of the Stoke penalty. A little back heel into the box. Lovely football, Millwall. That's cleared. Real party piece stuff. I didn't even hear how many minutes of added time there is, listeners. That's a shot in from shot come cross, I think that was, from Kundle. Over the bar anyway, in any event. Extended period of treatment right at the very death of the first half, dear listeners. I don't know how many minutes. I've lost track completely of how much added time there is and how much more will be added. He took a bang in the face, this boy. There's a slow hand clap. I haven't heard a slow hand clap since the early 70s, dear listeners. Welcome to the den, mate. He's finally making it last. Hey, he's off the pitch. Ballo. Just crowded off the ball and then wins it back. That's the applause you can hear, dear listeners. What a half he's had, that boy. This is Femi Aziz on the right side, scorer of the first goal. What can he do? Gets the ball into the middle. Ivanovic was lurking. He's had instructions to put himself in between the sticks by Alex Neil. When balls are coming in from left or right, get between the sticks was Alex Neil's advice from Saturday. Paid off with that second goal there at Loftus Road. Almost paid off there, dear listeners. As it is going to be right-sided corner. I imagine this will be perhaps the last action of the first half. We're already 7 minutes over the 45. 45 plus 7. This is Aziz on the right. Another ball into the box. There's Jake Cooper. This is Ivanovic. Can't take and turn. Thought he was going to do a spectacular there, listeners, but just got away from him at the last there. This is the 29 on the break. Not a huge amount to work with in front of him. There's got players coming forwards there, but Millwall also filing back. This is the 15, about halfway inside the Millwall half. Stoke gone backwards. Any momentum from that move forwards? There's half time. 8 minutes of extra added time at the end of the first half. What a half for the Lions. 2 terrific goals from Aziz and then from Kramer. And other opportunities too. It's been a scorcher of a half. So the break, Millwall 2, Stoke City 0. Achtung, Millwall. Welcome back, dear listeners. The players are out for the second half. Lions leading, of course. Fantastic lead, 2-0. Always a difficult lead. That was Alex Neil's line on Saturday when we let QPR back into the game. Let's hope we can shut Stoke City out. Off we go. It's a great football cliche, isn't it? 2-0 being a difficult lead. As he put it at Loftus Road, it's whether you defend or try to open the game up, as he put it, to try and get a third. There's the dilemma. Lovely bit of skill for Femi. He's on the run here. What could he do? Trying to put the ball through the middle. It falls to Luke Cundall's through on goal. Shot on target. No power behind the shot. He should probably could have taken a touch further in truth. Cundall there. Opportunity for the Lions there. 48 goals, 49 minutes. Coppers at both the entrances, that's odd. Just looked beyond the other one. I don't know why I'm becoming Copper obsessed here, listeners. Anyone think this is some kind of, FV show? It's just an unusual event. So we've got Coppers on block 1, Coppers on block 2 at the entrance and exits. A chance for Stoke to break from deep. This is the right side, shot in wide right. 42, substitute, I think. I reckon. This is Stoke breaking on the right, their right, our left. Edge of the Mill penalty area on the right side. As they attack, ball into the middle. Clipped wide right. Got a 19. 51 minutes. Mill crowd getting behind their side, dear listeners. This is Stoke trying to break on the right side again, though. The 42. Little overlap run, ball in from the right side. That's gone behind for a corner. Almost looping into the goal there. Crocombe had work to do, batting it around for a right side corner. Stoke trying to claw their way back into the game. 53 minutes. Hold firm, Millwall. Chance for them to put the ball into the middle, and it comes. Ivanovic gets his head to it. It's gone rightwards again. Back to Stoke. There's a deep ball. Crocombe bundled off the ball there. It is cleared. Crocombe second chance there. Takes a knock of his own player off of Casper Denor. He comes for the ball decisively, Crocombe. First chance there, I thought he was not in a spot of trouble for one moment. The ball was like just out of reach. Second chance there, though, he came forward with some force, like an all-back going into a scrummage. Well, I don't really know enough rugby union analogies, listeners. Stoke showing a bit more urgency at the start of the second half, as you would expect, 2-0 behind. If they can get a goal, they'll regard it as game on, despite not really being in the match so far. So Lions just have to keep it tight. Stoke come down like so. I've got some black-clad ultras in the house. I don't know who these people are. They're not normals here. It's a bit like God's waiting room in here normally. Down the front, the Burberry cap. There's a few stereotypes knocking around here, listeners. Dressed in black baseball caps. They're not normally here. Oh, they are. When I was having a wee, listeners, this is a lot of info, isn't it? There was a couple of Icelandic guys talking outside. I was in trap 1, and more info for you. And it's having a group of Icelandics to come over. Whether that's what the Coppers are knocking around for, I don't know. There's no history of Iceland, is there? With the Cod War, in the early 70s. Apart from that, I mean, the Viking raids a long while ago. Forgive and forget, I would say. I know there was that business with the raids on the northeastern coast, Iona and all that, but as I say, forgive and forget, boys. This is left-sided crossing from Stoke. That's taken easily by Max Crocombe. They're very excited, these ultras. 58 minutes, long ball forward, trying to find Aziz. It's run through to the Stoke goalkeeper. Millwall game in the second half has yet to catch the boil, would be my description. The ultras are certainly fired up though. I wonder if they're fuelled on exotic substances, dear listeners. What do you think? Oh, it's nicely touched there from Ivanovic. Clips it back for Ballo, who puts it high over the bar after all that praise about being man of the match contender. Hits it high and wide, not so handsome. This is Ivanovic trying to spread play. This is Ballo on the left side of the penalty area. What can he do? He's trying to get. Well, this is Denoir. Last ditch deflection. Lovely little inside ball from Ballo to Denoir. Flick shot, but deflected away at the last minute by good defending, in fairness, by that Stoke defender there. 64 minutes. Ball falls to Aziz. This is Ivanovic on the right side of the Stoke penalty area. He cuts inside. What can he do? Takes some turns. Oh, beautiful strike on target. The goalkeeper batted it up and away slightly. Beautiful bit of skill by Ivanovic. Little ball back into the middle. Over the head of Ivanovic that time for the left side. Coming to all 67 minutes, dear listeners. That would have been a nice way to mark the halfway mark of the second half. As it is, the Lions have, largely speaking, contained that energy surge from Stoke after the break. I hope that's not famous last words. And they're now starting to press forwards a little bit more under their own account. That was a big opportunity there for Ivanovic, and it was a good save, in fairness, rather than anything else. Down low by the Stoke goalkeeper. He's done very well for them in this game. Kundal, lovely back heel, finds Ivanovic, puts the ball into the middle. That's Ballo. Does well to control that. It's come back to the centre circle. This is Sacco now. Ball out wide. This is Ivanovic playing as a right-sided player at the moment. Clips it in for Aziz. Some lovely little party piece. Still beautiful ball back from Aziz to Ivanovic. Ball in was over the heads, unfortunately, of everyone, but that was a wonderful little cameo there, listeners. This is Dinor. Mazu Sacco finds Ballo inside. Millwall finding space and time at the moment. Knocking the ball around. Shout out to Doug from Stockholm, who texted me at half-time asking who the team in blue are. Is that Millwall? There's the possession. There's a ball down the right side. This is Femi Aziz. Picks the ball up. He's got men in the middle. The ball across the middle. That's headed out, unfortunately. Ball goes all the way through to Max Crocombe, who clears it. A very low trajectory clearance, but it done the job. Aziz on the halfway line. Reminds me so much of Paul Ifill. He just put nutmeg the man there, listeners. Listen to that. He's through on the right side. What can he do? Ball into the middle. Ifill-esque. Femi Aziz. He's gone for a right side throw, but he actually put the ball cheekily through the man's legs there. Lovely stuff. 70 minutes, dear listeners. This is Stoke on the break. Ball out wide right. I think it's the 42 on the right side. He cuts inside. What can he do? Shot blocked by Zach Sturge. Really good backtracking there by Zach Sturge, listeners. They do keep possession. Edge of the D. Hoof clear by Tristan Kramer. Sturge comes out. Really good performance, Zach Sturge. Joe Bryan's coming in. The last 27 minutes, about the last 13 minutes of the game, plus any added time. Good performance, Zach Sturge, combined really nicely, especially in that first half with Tierno Ballo. Stoke have shown more energy in the second half, dear listeners, especially at the opening phase of the second half, chasing, trying to claw their way back into a game that was 2 goals out of reach. They faded as the half's gone on. I think Millwall have actually controlled it quite nicely overall. And what are we now? We're looking at 79 minutes, last 10 minutes looming. Looking well in control. Let's hope that's not famous last words. And Lady Luck snarls at me. Ball over the top. This is a chance for Stoke, but well wide on the right side, across the face of the goal, thankfully. Ball over the top, found the man in space on the right side. Aziz to come out for Bangura Williams. Good round of applause. The opening goal from Femi Aziz. He takes the applause to the den, dear listeners. Rightly so. Casper Denor also to a full house round of applause. contender for man of the match. Barlow on the strength of the first half for me, but Casper De Noor has done a very, very good job this evening, dear listeners. In comes Camille Negley and Ray Spangura, who hasn't disappeared, as the rumours had it online. Tristan Kramer on the run. He's gone on a run on the right side, ball into the middle. Not near Ivanovic, unfortunately. Collected by the goalkeeper. That should be about it. Seconds to go, listeners. Terrific win for the Lions tonight. Blistering first half, controlled the game, largely speaking, controlled in the second half. Never really in any trouble from Stoke in the second period, despite more energy. But I want to take you back to that crucial save that Max Crocombe made in the early part of the game. Everything built on that. There is the final whistle, as you would have gathered. Great win, Millwall 2, Stoke City 0. Fantastic win for the Lions. Let's have a bit of a quo, Mr. Bye for now. There we go. And a light show. Stay tuned, dear listeners.
Achtung, Millwall.
Listen, it's hard to actually single any part of the team out. What we need to bear in mind is Stoke have conceded less goals than anybody else in the league before this game. We've just scored 2 against them. Defensively, I thought we were excellent. Max made a really good save in the first half at the start. I think it was a low cross and the boy flicks it. And I don't know how he's seen it, but it was a brilliant save for him. But right across the board, I thought it was some sensational performances. I thought Derek in the middle was excellent. I thought Barlow on the side, he was brilliant. I thought Mika led the line well. I thought the back four were strong. Femi carried a threat, got another goal. Tristan gets his first goal. Listen, there's loads and loads to go through. Honestly, they were so good. So really pleased.
Well, that was the distinctive voice, of course, of Mill gaffer Alex Neil. He mentions Max Crocombe, and I want to mention Max Crocombe, dear listeners, because that was a terrific performance all round, as Alex Neil has just correctly identified there. But you have to start off with that early save made by Max Crocombe. It was a flick header. I've looked at it on the highlights reel on the official club site today, and it was a close range flick header. I think the ball came in from the right side, and somehow he's kept it at bay. If that had gone in the net, which it could easily have done, but for that top quality save by Max Crocombe, then we're 1-0 down early, and you've got a very different game on your hands, dear listeners. So I think that's probably worth just keeping in mind. Everything gets built on top of that crucial moment early on by a keeper who's come in, and there's really, I don't know what else he can do to keep his place. I will be amazed if Stephen Bender, when he's fit, comes back and reclaims his number one position. Max Crocombe just gives so much more calmness to the defence. There's some really top-class saves, the one we've just mentioned, amongst others. And that's a clean sheet at home. So, what more can the boy do but to keep that? Overall, wonderful performance. I mean, as Alex Neil has just said there, you can go through the whole team. For me, the standout performance was Tiano Barlow, who was on fire, especially in the first half, coming down that left side, combining with Zach Sturge. But you've also got to mention others. Goal of game, Femi in front of goal. And of course, the hard working of Casper De Noor. But really, you can go through the whole side and pick out heroes in each position. Wonderful night, a terrific win over a strong Stoke side. As Alex just said there, they came into the game last night with a really strong defensive record. I thought we were up against it, and we pulled them apart, tore them to pieces, and especially in the first half. Second half was more about containment, and we did that very well. We did work chances, but it was very much about seeing out a game against a decent side and claiming all 3 points. On to Leicester City on Saturday, another big game, very similar kind of mountain to be climbed in front of us. But we're now third in the table, listeners. Can you believe that? Third in the Championship, and with every prospect and every confidence that this team has got the ingredients to make it a really special season. So fingers crossed. Now then, this is a busy week, dear listeners, so got a lot of voicemails to run through. I shan't be doing my usual reaction after each one. I apologise to you, but time is tight today. I've got things to do myself this afternoon, family stuff to do. So I'm going to run them back to back. I might interject where the mood grabs me, But for the most part, it's going to be Arrivederci Millwall from me, Nick Hart, and we're going to take it away with the first voice notes from Hassan. Is that, isn't it, Hassan?
Hi Nick, Hassan here. Oh, what a performance that was, mate. What a performance. Potentially best performance of the season, probably beating the West Brom one. I thought we were fantastic tonight. Really, really good. The start of the game, first, 10, 15 minutes, Stoke, they put us on a bit of pressure, and it just goes to show the Championship is a ruthless division, mate, and it's a game of fine margins because Crocombe makes a fantastic save, completely point blank. I'm not sure how he even saw that. Gets down low, gets down quick, and palms it away from a header, and we go up the other end and make it 1-0 not long after that. Yeah, very important save. As for the goal itself, I mean, overall, in my eyes, it was the Tiana Ballo show. He was absolutely unplayable tonight. He was fantastic. He was twisting up their fullback, left, right, and centre. He did everything but shoot. He can't shoot properly. The amount of times he had the chance to get himself a goal, and he blazed it over the bar. But other than that, 2 assists to his name, and he just looked so full of confidence tonight. He looked really up for it, and he had a fantastic game. And in my mind, he's the man of the match for me. For the second goal, again, Bella gets the ball. He doesn't panic. He doesn't just throw it in the mix. He cuts it back. Kramer has the wherewithal to hold his run and dispatches a lovely shot straight into the top corner. A striker's finish from Kramer, and finally he gets off the mark as well. I think he's been getting close from crosses and corners with headers, so it's good to see him now get a goal. And overall, we could have won by more. Several players had good chances. Aziz had fluffed his lines a little bit on one-on-ones, but overall, he's got 3 and 3 now. Another good return. We can see how much we've missed him. We had him from the start of the season fully fit. We could be where Coventry and Middlesbrough are at the moment, but really, really happy to see him and get another goal as well. Ivanovic, I think, looked very good tonight. He, again, a little bit quiet, but he imposed himself a bit more and finally had some pot shots and goals. In the first half, he had a good shot, just went wide. In the second half, he showed what he can do. He got the ball, nice bit of movement, and the keeper pulled off a good save. Again, the link-up play, some of the link-up play between Ballo, Dinor, Masusako, Aziz, it's brilliant. A lot of one-touch stuff, and this team is forever being chopped and changed, but you can see that everyone knows what they're doing, and obviously whatever they're doing in training is working at the moment. There was not one nice little bit of movement in the second half. Ballo picks up the ball, everyone's expecting him to cross, and he just puts a nice depth through ball for Dinor, who does well to get through, powers a shot, but unfortunately the defender got in the way. But overall, total performance, mate. I can't say much more than that. No one put a foot wrong. Crocombe solid as usual, solid again, shall I say? And for me, he's got to stay number 1. I'm sorry. Defenders trust him more. I trust him in the goal. I know he had a shaky moment at a cross, but do you know what? He's not afraid to come out. And when he does come out, a big 6'5", 6'6" fucking Kiwi come flying out and go, I wouldn't want to get in the way. And end of the day, he did deal with it. Maybe it was a bit dodgy on the eye, but end of the day, he dealt with it. Defence was fantastic. Lenny done well. I thought that Sorba Thomas for Stoke was their danger man. He kept him quiet. He done a good job on him. Sturge done well. He had a challenging night on that left side there. He got doubled up a lot, but overall, he done his job. They brought on, I think, Manhoef later on in the second half, and he really gave him trouble. And it was a good move from Alex Neil's bringing Joe Bryan just to shore it up a little bit more. Cooper, apart from a few wayward passes, solid as usual. Kramer, again, solid. Midfield was fantastic. Yeah, just an overall brilliant night of football. And I'm hoping now this is the start of some consistency. And we can start getting a run going, especially at home. And this 3-game week ends on Saturday against Leicester. Do we get another win? as long as we don't lose, that's what I'll say. You know, still remain, still going to, you know, I'm expecting us to go and beat Leicester. Simply, just, you know, try not to lose. That's all I'd say. But great night, over and out, Nick. All the best.
Achtung, Millwall.
All right, Nick, it's Lawrence Binney calling in after Millwall 2, Stoke City 0. I don't know what it is about us and Stoke City, but I don't think I've ever seen us lose against them at home. And two, we always seem to have really important results that come to sort of define our season. The most obvious one, I suppose, being the famous 2-0 with the team of kids. We were down to 9 men in 1999, 1998, 1999. I also remember a couple of seasons after that, we had a run of, I think, about 5 home games, almost in a row in the space of like a couple of weeks in our promotion season in 2001. But we really needed to win to secure that automatic place. It was in the aftermath of the Bristol City game where Harris and Moody get sent off. And it's funny that I kind of think about that team, which for me is a generational side. I'm in my mid-30s, so other people have Sheringham, Jimmy Carter, Tony Cascarino. I think the new generation have maybe the Jacket years and the Harris years, but for me, yeah, it's always been the McGee, Stevens era. And yeah, I think the kind of football we played last night, I think that's the closest that we've got to that era since, I think. I thought in spells it was that good. It's been so long since we've had 2 wingers who exhibited the sort of quality that Ballo and Aziz did last night. And I think that's what Millwall supporters want to see. I think that's kind of in our DNA. Possession football didn't work on Joe Edwards. Router was too boring, too defensive, too flat. Just want 2 skillful wingers giving everything we've got in the middle. Working tirelessly, and two rocks at the back, and we're simple folk. I mean, it kind of, that's perfect for us. So yeah, I just really, really, really pleasing. It does feel like that team is starting to take shape now a little bit. It feels like we kind of roughly know what our best side is, or we're coming up to that point. The fullback positions, maybe still a little bit of question over those. I think there'll be a lot of rotation between Sturge and Doughty and Brian this season, because I think they all bring something a bit different. And Leonard at right back, I think, was really, really solid last night, but I would like, a bit more of a dynamic option there. But yeah, overall, brilliant, absolutely fantastic performance, and you just know we're going to fuck it up on Saturday. All right, cheers, Nick. Bye.
Walking away from the Den on the Tuesday night, and I have to say, absolutely sublime Millwall performance, especially in the first half. Stoke never ever looked like doing anything to us. They had a couple of shots, obviously, that went a bit close, but apart from that, I never really was worried at all in that game. First half, we were superb, took our chances well, and their keeper had a good first half to make sure it wasn't about 4 or 5. Second half, their keeper pulled off a nice couple of saves again, and there might have been that little whoop or moment, but Millwall were brilliant. I think defensively we were very solid. Apart from that ball that was whipped around Sturge a couple of times out to their winger, we weren't really troubled too much. I thought Leonard had a good game. The midfield for me won the game. I think they were absolutely excellent. The way they moved the ball, but more importantly their work rate, getting back into position when they lost the ball, getting back in position when we was doing a transition of play, attacking and defending. Aziz was completely unplayable today. And Ballo as well, he's just showing his class. Ivanovic had a little bit of a quiet one, a few wrong decisions for me when he maybe turned the wrong way. But I just think it was just a very good game by Millwall as a whole. I think tactically spot on, and Stoke, who were one of the front runners at the start of the season, they looked bang average. And, you know, they've not conceded a lot of goals on the road, but they looked a very, very average team tonight, like I just said there. And Millwall rightly deserved those 3 points, played very, very, very well. Great atmosphere in the ground as well. And I think what summed it up, it wasn't not just necessarily the team performance, but as the squad as well. I mean, Brian's come on for the last, 8 minutes, 10 minutes, something like that. If you take off the injury time. Yeah, exactly. Just like my boy said there, he had an impact. He played well, moved the ball well. You know, at one point saw a stray pass and cut it out nicely, put in a really, really good shift. When at 2-0 with a few minutes to go, a lot of other people maybe would let that one go. Brilliant performance. Absolutely sublime, as I said, in the first few seconds. And rightly puts Millwall, third, fourth, something like that. Couple of points off the top spot of Coventry. Those days where we lost to Wrexham a couple of weeks ago are long gone now if we keep playing like that. My only real concern is we are picking up injuries, though, aren't we? And, you know, I heard someone say, I think it was Matt Riches, he said about the strength and conditioning coach not being great, which is a nice way of putting it. But we've had this problem for years, you know, Rowett teams, Harris teams, you know, under Joe Edwards, for the short period he was there, we were getting injuries as well. Just getting these silly little niggly injuries here and there, and we need to just nip them in the bud. But in all, very, very good night, Millwall. Clean sheet as well, always very important for the defence's confidence, and we keep playing like this, boys. Get that ticket booked for Wembley. Come on, you Lions.
Come on, you Lions.
Well, I can't remember a time when a Millwall side played like this. Stoke City came to us in third place in the table, and obviously they believed their own publicity because they were shell-shocked, and we pressed them better. Our tactics were better. Our transition was absolutely superb. Our pressing was great. Our defence was fantastic. Good couple of great saves from Crocombe. This was a Millwall performance to savour, and will last in the memory a long time. Absolutely brilliant performance. 2-0, chuffed to bits with that, and third in the table. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. It's a long season. Enjoy this victory while we can, because it was a fantastic performance, especially from Femi and me, Aziz, and young Bolo. Absolutely mind-blowingly good. But we move on to Leicester, the next game. They are, again, another tough fish to crack. So let's get the job done and get on with it. Come on, you Lions.
Nick, Aussie Dave here, after that wonderful display against Stoke. I was so stoked up, get that, after the game. And when I had to go back to bed at 5 a.m, it was difficult to sleep. But what a nice problem to have. Just a few comments to make. I made a few comments after the QPR game, which really repeat and rinse. I said Aziz is a key player, Crocombe is our number one, and Coburn looks long-term, which is going to be a problem. So still applies. It's nice to know there's no new observations to make that are negative. In other words, we're becoming stabilised now in terms of our performance. 2 points I want to make. The first one, 3 players to me had their best games of the season. Ballo, man of the match for me. Ivanovic, I think he's showing signs now that he's getting towards his best, still a way to go. And Kundal, I thought he played really well when he came on for Smallbone. And a few of us were a bit unsure, where does he fit in the team? But I thought very encouraging signs. We'll probably get a run out against Leicester. So all bodes well for the future. The only player that still concerns me is Negley. But overall, the squad is pumping. Second point, recruitment. When when we got Ballo and Delboy, virtually at the last minute of the transfer window, it all looked a slightly panicky move. Maybe because we didn't get that forward who went to Genk instead. And it shows you we only got Ballo on loan, probably suggesting we weren't wanting them permanently. Anyway, those two, Ballo and Delboy, are now key players for the team. So well done for the players to adjust over it so quickly, and well done for the coaching team. I'm sure they've helped in a long way. Anyway, on to Leicester. If Aziz plays, we will win.
Evening, Nick, Rob Abbott. Just a quick message to say what a performance that was. Very well deserved 2-0 win over Stoke. First 5-6 minutes of the game, Stoke come at us. Had that one chance, Crocombe made an excellent save, but then from then onwards, we were absolutely brilliant. The rest of that first half already deserved a 2-0 lead. Ballo was superb. He's looking very good. Derek coming back into the team was very, very good, I thought. Kasper, and then the back two partnership, Cooper and Kramer, gave Stoke nothing. Then the second half, probably Stoke the first 10 minutes. They come out trying to get back into the game, threw everything at us, but we held firm. They didn't really have a clear-cut chance, and that's just a very, very professional performance in that second half. Managing the game, playing some delightful football, and creating loads of chances as well in that second half. And Alex Neil probably looked back at that and disappointed. Some of them didn't go in to make that 3 or 4-0, but brilliant. We move on to Leicester. Downside tonight, we lost Smallbone in the first half. Looked like a hamstring injury, so he might be out for a while, but we've got a bit of depth building, haven't we? Because Kundal come on, and I thought Kundal had a very, very good game tonight. Then obviously Mitchell's sick, so hopefully he's back for the weekend. And then Langstaff, concussion, so not too sure how he got that. Can't remember him being hit in the head on Saturday at QPR, but he might have done. But yeah, it's good to see the squad depth and people are stepping in and taking their chances. And Angora Williams had a good 15 minutes there, so I'm sure he'll feature on Saturday again there. But onwards and upwards, great victory. We're in a good position. There's going to be loads of ups and downs this year, but let's carry on riding the crest of this wave, and let's hopefully we can get a result against Leicester.
Fucking hell. But look, let's keep it short and simple, yeah? Great performance, kept our shape, kept our discipline, great passing game, great running off the ball. This team is fighting for each other. There's a great team spirit and camaraderie. I'm running out of superlatives, Nick. Tierno Ballo was man of the match for me and is a really exciting prospect, and I hope we can get him on a permanent deal. Alex Neil has got his team buzzing again since that recent 4-0 drubbing, which now seems light years away. Can't wait for Saturday, because there's nothing like building momentum. Come on, you Lions.
Bobby T! Nick, Achtung, Millwall on the Old Kent Road. How the fuck are Stoke City in fucking third? Let me start by saying, fuck me, they were fucking awful, mate. All the skill in the world, no end product. Fucking hell, mate. How are they third, mate? Right. For me, on this channel, on the Achtung Millwall, I'll tell you how it is, mate. I slept off Billy Mitchell sideways, come up trumps. When Aziz, when he fucking come to the club from Waitrose, Reading, and I said on this channel, go back on the old fucking video clips, voice notes, you name it, I put fucking 1 million, more like £1, fucking Aziz and up to it. A couple of seasons ago, I said it, even last season. What happened? I was fucking wrong. The guy's a multi-million fucking, forget bargain buy, the guy's a baller. And then Ballo. Man of the match, Ballo had a good game. Fucking hell, he's a baller. Ballo, fucking quality. Little nippy. Maxi fucking Crombie. Maxi the old Aussie, he fucking was different. He's our number one, full stop. Sorry, Bobby T got cut off on the old card. I'm fucking over the moon, mate. You know, I told you it would be hard. They come, they offered, they didn't lay a glove on us. They can't like the Millwall. And anyway, my heart a bit quiet. Can't do it. He fucking come on. Sorry for Wishbone. Our injury list is growing, mate. Wishbone, Massimo. But you know what? We're Lions. And we stick together. Alex Neil's got no hair. I don't fucking care. What a victory. Now, Saturday draw. No. Win against Leicester. Could it be our Achtung Millwall? Bennett, man of the match for me, I told you, easy, as easy. And then fucking followed by Christian Chamber, pop idol. Here goes the old Bill kicking off Stoke Potters cunts. Fuck off, you fucking Britannia cunts. Meh. I'm happy. Bobby T, Ballo, you a baller. Our backline again, Sturridge, beautiful. Joe Bryan, he comes on right here. I said that I don't want to see him again in a Millwall shirt. I don't know how many coffees the fucking cunt had when he come on. Fucking too many coffees. He come on. He thought he was fucking 4 for the header. But anyway, Brian, stick to the coffee, mate. Love ya. On to Saturday, Leicester. Bobby T, Millwall 2, your Potters cunts 0.
A clearly infused Bobby T there, dear listeners. Is there any other kind, you ask me? Big thank you, Bob. Big thank you to everybody for submitting the voicemail. We've still got a few to run through before the end of the show, dear listeners. But I did want to say, if you want to join the Achtung Millwall voicemail posse, it's dead easy. Give me a shout on X. You can direct message me on X, or you can email me, achdungmillwall@gmail.com. And all we'll do is just exchange mobile numbers, and you can just use WhatsApp to send me your post-match, pre-match, midweek thoughts as you see fit, really, dear listeners. It'd be great to hear from you. We've got a really good selection of opinions and takes on various matters of interest, and I really enjoy hearing from you. Aim for about 2 minutes, 3 minutes if you can, but it's free and easy on this show, listeners. I'm not a kind of editor that imposes hard and fast rules, so it's just great to hear from everybody. Big thank you to Bobby there. We're going to take a very short advertising break, then we're going to play the show out this week with Craig Jones and Martin Colwell. Stay tuned for that. And I'll be back at the weekend after the Leicester game, which is looking, it's another huge fixture. I mean, none of these games are crucial, listeners, but that marks the quarter point of the season. 12 games gone on Saturday, the Leicester game. And here we are sitting in third, as we've said on this show already, after last night's magnificent victory. And it's a real point. I mean, at the quarter point of the season, you start to get a sense as to who's, going to be contenders, who's going to be looking downwards, and all the rest of it. So, wonderful start, magnificent start, and a real sense of confidence around then. It's all built, in my opinion, or will be built, on staying fit and healthy. And as Michael Avery, I think, said, injuries. Wow. Anyway, advertising break, then we're back with Craig and Martin Colwell. Huge thank you to everyone. Thank you for listening, dear listeners, wherever you are around the world. Big thank you for tuning into Achtung. We'll see you at the weekend. Arrivederci Millwall. Bye for now.
Achtung, Millwall.
Evening, Nick. Craig from Costa del Dawlish. Oh, my goodness. What a game. What a win. What a performance. What an unbelievably confident, positive and controlled game that we played against Stoke. Played a team who were probably full of confidence themselves, but by the way they played, they did not fancy playing Millwall away on a Tuesday night. You can kind of put that with the same kind of relevance as a Tuesday night at Stoke, but I think we just stoked Stoke. But yeah, fantastic result. Absolutely fantastic result. My little boy ended up saying before the game, I think we're going to win 2-0. And what do you know? It was 2-0, but it could have easily been about 3-4-0 minimum, maybe. If it wasn't for their keeper, who was their best player. But we were excellent, absolutely excellent. Game changers were clearly Ballo and Aziz. Aziz is just, he's reaching peak confidence, and our record with injuries just makes me slightly nervous, but I'm not going to let that dull the shine on that performance, because he was excellent. And Ballo's contributions to the game being those assists, and he's class. He really is class. He really did show what we were missing, and also shows the difference between Ballo playing on left wing and Imaku playing on left wing. Imaku is just all energy, all pace, But Ballo offers just something just slightly different. He's just that little level up where Imaku is, and that's no slight on Imaku because he's still young, he's still progressing, he's still trying to build up that intelligence as well in his play, and that will come probably. But the fact we've got an option to buy with Ballo and the way he's playing, and it's what he's so assured, he's so embedded in the way we play, and he definitely suits us. And also the way we're playing is what probably a lot of fans have been crying out for ages. Like we've just needed to have two wingers out wide, stretching defences, and every time, like even Kundal at some points, the way he kind of runs onto the ball and how attacking he was, and even for brief moments, Smallbone, who up until his hamstring just went twang like a snapped guitar string, he was boss of the midfield, and having Denora back is a relief as well, I think, especially when Billy Mitchell was out with, we were saying he was ill, but he's probably got flu or something like that. I don't know. But yeah, absolutely fantastic performance. Our defence looks so solid. And the fact we got Zach Sturge on a free is daylight robbery. He's really grown. I think a lot is paid towards Alex Neil and the coach stuff, but also probably the support he gets from Joe Bryan and probably from Leonard as well. Just having that experience in fullback positions really does help Zach, and I think it's beginning to show and show quickly. Otherwise, Crammer, I'm glad he's got his first goal because I was starting to think that was going to be an albatross around his neck. Not that he was going to be caring. I think his job is to keep the ball out. But anytime the ball goes anywhere near our defence, Cooper's there, knocks it out. Leonard's there, knocks it out. Crammer's there, just oozes class. It really does. And I'm trying to think if I'm missing anyone out. Crocombe, what a difference he's made. It's night and day with Bender. And it just shows that Crocombe is more of an international goalie. The defence looks calmer. There seems to be more open communication with the defence between him and the six. Even though there was a few times where he flapped at the ball, but that wasn't because there was no pressure on him. He had 4 or 5 players around him. He was trying to grab the ball. But yeah, I don't think there's any more superlatives that I could add to that performance. That was definitely our best performance of the season so far. And onwards and upwards, we're third for now, but bloody hell. I think the only thing that kind of puts a dampener on it is the fact that we know Luongo's season's over, and Coburn's out for 3-4 months. Bender's out for a bit, but I don't think anyone's going to be too disappointed for him, but I'm sure he is. But yeah, Crocombe's now got a chance to really stake his claim on that goalie spot. I don't think it's going to be very easy for him to be moved out of that position anytime soon. If the last 2 games, and certainly some of his performances in the Carabao Cup are to go by. But yeah, all aboard HMS Piss the League. Come on, you Lions. Bloody hell, I just realised I forgot about old Del Boy, Mazu Sacco. But again, just swapping round midfield positions at short notice. And again, what a find by the recruitment team. Yeah, just felt like that was important to add in because Leonard's solid as well. But yeah, I don't think there's much more else I can add. I'll let the rest of the voicemails do the talking now. See you later.
Hello, Nick. Martin Colwell here. I guess you're doing a recording for the Stoke match. Yeah, well, that's the way to go about it, isn't it? I mean, good attacking play down both wings, everyone going at it. Difficult to resist that really when they're going. I thought we should have been, 3 or 4 up at half time. Their goalie made some good saves, but we also missed some chances that we probably need to be more clinical of. But yeah, I mean, excellent displays from various players, Ballo, Femi Aziz, particularly, but also great games from Casper Denor again. With the injury crisis that's coming to hit us again because of Coburn's long-term injury and Luongo out for the season, we really need to get these wins, and we need to go on again at that same pace on Saturday against Leicester, who were beaten last night. But we looked really solid as well, apart from the opening part of both halves, really. But the goal in the first half kind of killed Stoke a bit. They came out the traps, but then we got them with the goal. 2 really good goals, and we had them on the back foot and really should have buried them. But 2-0 is always dodgy, because when the opponents get a goal back, it becomes itchy like it did against QPR. But we managed to ride it out with solid play despite their substitutions. But yeah, the injuries are looking a problem again, because we're left with Ivanovic up front, and then Langstaff when he's back, and then AJ Matthews really is the next drop. So we need to find a centre forward to help us out, really. And we have to wait to January now, won't we? Because we can't get anyone on loan, and I doubt if there's anyone any good out of contract at the moment. But yeah, that's going to be a bit of a struggle up front, because Ivanovic is still not on his game, really. But yeah, Ballo man of the match, definitely. Femias is next, and then Kesper Denor, Tristan Kramer. But all of them, really. I thought Zach Sturge had a good game. I thought Ryan Leonard, who I do knock for his lack of pace, played really well as well against a tricky winger in Sorba Thomas, who is a good player. We're up to 3rd, but, we need to strengthen in January if we're going to keep it up, because I think we've solid in midfield now, weak in attack in terms of options, and also I don't know whether Danny Mack, when he comes back, is the cover for Ryan Leonard. I think we need someone who can get forward a bit more. I don't want to bring Tristan Kramer out the middle, so I think we need a right back and a centre forward to make that push, because like I said about on the QPR match, it's not a strong league this year. It's there for the taking for any team. It's there for the taking this year. Ipswich got whacked by Charlton. Leicester were beaten. Okay, Coventry won again, but there's still there's still other places to go up. So yeah, I mean, let's do it. But we're gonna have to put the board are going to have to put their hands in their pocket in January, I think, because, for the big push, you're going to need at least 2 more players. But excellent. I thought it was a good atmosphere for a Tuesday evening as well, although I think Tuesday evenings seem to be better than Wednesday evenings. But yeah, I think the players got the crowd rocking because of their intensity in terms of pressing and in terms of creating chances, albeit that we didn't take them. We also had lots of chances in the second half. It was a really open game, but we've got to show a bit more composure in front of that goal, really, some of these players. But yeah, I don't want to knock them, because as I say, we're playing excellently at the moment, and I want that to continue into the Leicester game, because despite them losing, it'll be a tough game, because they know that they've had a bad loss and they need to pick it up. So, but I'm really looking forward to that game. That should be a really cracking game, hopefully. But we've taken 6 points from this week already, and so that's good. And I think we'd settle. If someone said before this week started we could take 6 points, we'd take that. So now we've got a bonus game against Leicester where we can take more points and push towards the top of that league. But yeah, excellent stuff. Well done to the lads. Well done to the supporters for getting behind them as well. They get forgotten, but well done to the supporters for getting behind them. And come on, you Lions.
Achtung, Millwall.
Who do you want to watch?
This podcast is part of the Sports Social Podcast Network.